Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I would just like to ask for your forgiveness for a few minutes. It is 5 o'clock. We try to be prompt with these things, but we have a few families that are just getting off the exit. So if it's okay with you, it's such a special day. We want to wait till everybody is here and seated. Everybody good? All right, so give us another few minutes. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, family, friends. Provost Mills, Dean Abukari, nice to see you. And all our friends joining us on Livestream. And a special hello to family in Congo. Nice to see you and thanks for joining us. Good evening and welcome to the graduation ceremony and the white coat ceremony for the class of 22 and 23. Please rise and honor their presence. Now that they're graduates, they don't have to do what I tell them to do anymore. There they are. That's it. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. You made it. I'm now pleased to introduce Dr. Ziblim Abukari to welcome us all here today.
Good evening. This is such an electrifying environment. And graduates, yes, you made it. I would like to acknowledge any members of the Board of Trustees who are in the audience, Provost Mills, faculty. Welcome all friends and family to the graduation celebration of the class of 2022 and the class of 2023 white coat recipients. Many thanks to Dr. Hickson. You know, she and I were talking before. You know, we don't know who bothers each other more, but I think she does more. But I would like to thank Dr. Hickson and the Physician Assistant Program faculty for supplying our communities with new PA providers for the workforce and preparing the next generation of physician assistants for clinical training. Also, a special welcome and thanks to our student champions and supporters that have endured this demanding program. Will the class of 2022 and 2023 please give a loud round of applause for your families? Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, boss. It's now my pleasure to introduce a great team, the team that works tirelessly in support of our students. Dr. Kristen Dardno, our medical director. Dr. Susan McDermott. Professor Jessica Marchese. Dr. Michelle Duffelmeyer. Professor Chelsea Robitaille. Preceptors Anthony English. And Alyssa Florent. Alyssa? She here? And Danielle Capacci, who I think is watching us online. Nice to see you. And Emily Clow. And you know, there's always those folks that actually keep the team together every minute of every day. And the two folks that keep our engine running from the engine room is our program manager, Robert Robinson. And our administrator, Alyssa Venselat. I guarantee you I would be lost without them most days. One thing I want to mention, just because I can, I am so proud to report that due to the efforts of this faculty, of the preceptors, of our students, the university administration, the physician assistant program has been awarded full and continuing accreditation through the year 2032. This was a Herculean effort from everybody, and I am so grateful to all of you that have contributed to meeting this goal. So thank you very much. One other thing, 2032. So does everybody know this game? Not me. All right, that's for you. Yeah. So it's now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker tonight, Dr. Louis Durkin. Yeah, you have to do it from here. Yeah. So we listed Dr. Durkin as an attending ER physician, but Dr. Durkin is a legend in our community. He's a legend in our program. He was chair of emergency medicine at Mercy, EMS director of Springfield Emergency Physicians, director of EMS at Bay State. He's a fellow in the Association of Ringside Physicians. Yes, Ringside Physicians. He's been Hampden County Physician of the Year a few times. So we listed him as an ER physician, but Lou Durkin is a legend and a great teacher and an incredible human. Thanks for coming to give our graduates some words.
Wow, thank you for that introduction. That was fantastic. I'm really just an ER doc. And you know, when they first asked me to be the keynote speaker, which, by the way, I am incredibly honored to be your keynote speaker, but my first thought was they ran out of options. But then I realized, you know, when we're kind of going through the list, it's really just because I've been doing this a really long time, which, you know, getting old. So they ask you to be keynote speaker when you've been around a lot. But no, it is truly incredibly an honor. I've been very fortunate to be able to work with and meet these two classes as adjunct faculty, I think is my title. But anyway, I do lectures with these guys. I also see them in some of their rotations. We've gone on a mission trip to Peru with a couple of them, and it's just been a fantastic experience. I love the lectures that I do here. So to be up here, it's really something special. So thank you very much, and thank you for having me. So talking a little bit about my background, I actually I became an EMT in college, and that's when I figured out that I wanted to actually be a physician. Didn't really know much about physician assistants back then. I got into med school in Brooklyn, and at least in New York, it wasn't really a big thing back then. We're talking early 90s. And then became a resident of Bay State Medical Center, early 90s. But Bay State was actually really ahead of its time. They had multiple PAs in the emergency department, legends that have been around for 30 years, and they were using them in all kinds of different capacities. But that was my first real exposure to physician assistants. And we really, as residents and PAs, we worked well. It was very interchangeable. So when it was, when I decided to move to Mercy and then eventually start our own group at Mercy, which was all physician at that time, and there really weren't a lot of PAs in that hospital, it was kind of a no-brainer. We were going to bring over, steal, poach, pilfer, all of the best PAs from Bay State ER to come work our emergency department with us, and with a ratio of 2 to 1. 2 PAs to every doc. So this was kind of unheard of. And no one could figure out, how did we get all of these PAs to come? Well, it was really easy. We made them all equal partners. So a very unique kind of business arrangement, but that's just the way we knew it was going to work. We all had to be all in. It couldn't be the employer-employee model. We all had to be equal partners. So it took a while to grow the PA footprint at Mercy, but now there's PAs in every major department. They're the main face of who you talk to, who I interact with for all of the different departments. So it's really been an incredible journey, sort of watching the PA model grow. And our youngest daughter wants to now be a PA. She just got accepted into a 5-year program. Not that I'm bragging or anything, but we're really proud of her, really excited. So, and I know, the main purpose of the keynote speaker is to talk, give the graduates, soon to be clinical folks, advice. And you guys you're going to get a lot of advice, especially in the beginning of your career. Some of it's interesting, some of it's helpful. I always like to talk about one bit of advice that Dr. Gary Montano got. Gary Montano is one of my mentors, idols. He was in the first residency class of emergency medicine at Bay State, 1 year ahead of me. Prior to that, he was a physician assistant for 14 years before he went to med school and then got into residency. So he knows more about medicine than anyone I've ever met. But he liked to tell a story when he was a new PA in New Mexico, very independent, like 50 miles away from his precepting doc. He was calling his doc multiple times on this one patient who was just really, really sick. And his doc gave him this piece of advice. He said, "Gary, you can't save everybody." So he sort of took that and it's you really have to realize you can do a lot of good. Sometimes it doesn't. You can't. I'm going to give you better advice than that, though. I think that was like mediocre advice, but it's my advice. So right now, I want you to remember, why are you here? Why did you guys choose medicine? Why did you choose to be PAs? Most of you, it's probably to help people. And I want you to remember that why. I want you to remember that every day, because it's easy to forget. If you remember that, even in the hard shifts, even in the hard days, you'll usually get through, and it'll make you better for it. So I had this patient. So I'm in the emergency department at Mercy, and it's always busy. You're always kind of in a hurry. And I had a patient who came in, and she had an abscess on her hand. It was a big abscess. It needed to be drained. Probably would need to be done in the operating room. But back then, finding a hand surgeon to do that was kind of like finding a unicorn. It just wasn't really it's not a thing. Especially she was there. She had a lot of other issues. She was homeless. The abscess was from IV drug use. Very, very kind of hard to take care of, very hard to get other people to take care of. The procedure itself was not very hard, but trying to do it in a comfortable, humane way is actually really pretty difficult. You could do it with local, but that's really, that's really hurts a lot. So I was working with a great team that day. So we decided we were going to sedate her in the emergency department and keep her comfortable, do the procedure, take care of her. So we did, and it went great. The nurses were able to get the IV, which sometimes could be a challenge, and it went well, and she woke up, and she was just so grateful to us that we just took the time to treat her like a real person. She delayed probably a week or more coming in because she was just so terrified to come in. One, because she knew it was going to hurt. Two, she was really concerned because she had had other not so good interactions with the health system. But because of this, she was willing to go to detox. She'd been through 20 times. It never worked. But she was willing to try again. And I thought, oh, that's great. So we got her into detox, and I just sort of forgot about it. I thought it was I felt pretty good that we did the right thing, and she was going to do okay, and it could have been tough. But then, 3 years later, in emergency medicine, we never get follow-up, or we rarely get follow-up. 3 years later, I go into the room of a patient. She's in her 60s. She's there for a respiratory thing, and she's there with her daughter. And so I go into the room, and they both burst out crying. And, so my first thought was, oh, crap, I'm going to get sued. Which I think was a pretty legitimate thought. And then the daughter holds up her hand and says, remember me. And I see the scar, and my second thought was, oh, crap, I'm going to get sued twice. Only in my head I used a different word. And then she reminded me about that experience like 3 years ago. And she was completely unrecognizable. When I saw her 3 years ago, she weighed maybe 90 pounds. It was drugs or food, and food didn't win. She probably put on 30 pounds. She was healthy. She was obviously no longer homeless. She was back together with her family. So that really sort of helped enforce my why, because I went in the day 3 years ago, and I was just trying to help this person and sort of get through to get to the next patient. I wasn't trying to do anything special. It was just, how do we solve this problem in front of us to achieve the why? You guys, it's not always that dramatic, but remember the why. So when you see that patient with the uncontrolled blood pressure, and you convince them to take their blood pressure medication and monitor and exercise and eat right, 5 years later, maybe they're going to their grandkids' soccer game instead of living in the nursing home with a massive stroke they didn't have. Or maybe it's the diabetic that you get to get their sugar under control, and they're out walking with their wife instead of home with their amputation. There's all these little things where you don't necessarily get that feedback. But the thing is, if you remember your why, that you're there to help them, the patients will feel that, and they'll want to be helped. And that helps you achieve the goal. So you guys are going to get to do incredible things. My advice, remember your why. Good luck.
Will the legend, Dr. Durkin, please come back just for... So my thought is we should forever make him one of us. What do you say? You're in.
It's official. I have a hoodie.
I figure once you get the hoodie, you're in. That's it. And now Jessica Marchese will introduce Program Character Award. Thanks, Jeff.
Good evening, friends, family, class of 2022, class of 2023. I'm Jessica Marchese, one of the founding faculty members for the PA program, and it's my honor tonight to announce our recipient of the Program Character Award. Each year, the PA program search committee chooses one trait, a very important trait that we look for in our potential candidates. For the class of 2022, that trait was tolerance. So let's all congratulate this year's winner, an amazing person, Johnny Barracuda.
Johnny. And the hardware. Thanks, Jeff. Okay, tonight we'll continue in the tradition of our program of having our new graduates don the white coat of the class of 23, launching them into the clinical arena. Chelsea Robitaille, Michelle Duffelmeyer, and Susan McDermott will help with that process. Ready, Chelsea? Thank you, everybody. It's okay. Are you excited? Ooh, I'm excited too.
All right, everyone, the moment we've been waiting for. Okay, so I'm going to call your name. You're going to get up, take a picture. White coat. Okay. Jennifer Bonus. We're not in order, sorry. You'll be next. And Jennifer will be coding Andrew Allard. Natalia Baum DeRozier. And Natalia will be coding Cade Brumba. Maya Brady.
Natalia.
Yeah. And Maya will be coding Priscilla Amuma. Adam Corriveau. And Adam will be coding Elizabeth Borkowski. Aurora Foster. And Aurora will be coding Thomas Callis. Madeline Gatzunas. And Maddie will be coding Helen Chow. Stephanie Gleason. And Stephanie will be coding Nicole Clement. Daniel Gold. And Daniel will be coding Joelle Encarnacion. 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 There had to be one. Alice Kasbaruk. And Alice will be coding Melita Gavel. Alex Hyung-gyu Kim. And Alex will be coding Melinda Hurto. Melissa Knox. Oh. Let's try that again. Melissa Knox.
She got some awesome shoes on.
And Melissa will be coding Caitlin Jarest. Justin LeCoyer. And Justin will be coding Sarah Kolinsky. Morgan Long. And Morgan will be coding Ellen Lambert. Madison Mizuchi. And Maddie will be coding Alexander Lapierre. Gloria Mushia. And Gloria will be coding Giselle Lemus Tejada. James Patterson. And James will be coding Anthony Luongo. Aaron Petra. We are too. And Aaron will be coding Gadir Maslum. Matthew Rafus. And Matt will be coding Sarah Munier. Michael Reardon. And Michael will be coding Khadijah Miller. Alana Servant. And Alana will be coding Ryan Marias. Emily Savini. And Emily will be coding Brittany Millette. Bridget Tarpey. And Bridget will be coding Jennifer Petrucci. John Veracuda. And Johnny will be coding Kristen Popowski. Tito Wiltsey. And Tito will be coding Monica Prisbilla. Jenna Wise. And Jenna will be coding Jillian Pertel. Deanna Womack. Am I missing? Is that outside? Oh, good for me. And Deanna will be coding Shannon Ross. I'm napping up here. Catherine. Am I missing someone? I'm not? You're going to be up here a while. Catherine Wright. Okay. And Catherine will be coding Taylor Simeri. Stay up there. Catherine will also be coding Mark Sigwart. Wait. But also Justin, come up. Yep. And also Haley Whipple. Thank you. Now you're done. And Justin's back for more fun, and he will be coding Addison Wooldridge. Thank you. I needed someone tall. Yes, of course I am. All right. So I'd like you all to join me in reciting the physician assistant oath of practice. And if there are any fellow PAs in the audience, you are welcome to join us. Would you guys like to repeat after me or just say it together? Let's say it together. Okay, here we go. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with others of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. You guys did better than I did. Good job.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Susan McDermott, and I am the Assistant Program Director and the Director of Clinical Education in our program. As you can imagine, it takes a village to train each of the PA students sitting in front of you today, each on both sides of the stage here. These individuals are our clinical preceptors, who are the village that help raise our students. And these individuals are clinically practicing physicians, PAs, and nurse practitioners in our community. They are hardworking and very busy professionals who take extra time and care in order to help teach our students and train the next generation of PAs in our community. Each year, our students nominate outstanding preceptors for their teaching abilities. Many of our preceptors are in the audience tonight, either in person or virtually joining us. Please take a moment at this time for all the preceptors here to hear a heartfelt thank you from all of us, because we could not do what we do without you that are here. I know some of you are scattered and on the live stream. So tonight we have 4 award recipients, and I will say a few words about them. Our first preceptor award is for Anthony English from Behavioral Health Network. You can come on up. One student described Anthony in this way: from the very first day that we met, he emphasized his kindness, his patience with patients, especially in a very difficult field like addiction medicine. He gave me so much confidence and incredible tips as a student, and I attribute my early success in my clinical year to him. Please welcome Anthony English from Behavioral Health Network for Addiction Medicine. Congratulations. Yes. Thank you. We are the only program in the U.S. for PA schools to have a required 4-week addiction medicine program. So out of 300 PA programs in the country, we are the only one. So thank you to Anthony for what you do. Our second award recipients are from the inpatient medicine team from Mercy Medical Center. So please welcome to the stage physician assistants Alyssa Florent and Emily Clough. These two next to us here, they precept one student every month, alternating. So they have had, I believe, 12 students of the 27 that are graduating tonight. Students describe these two as incredibly knowledgeable and patient when it comes to teaching about difficult topics and complicated patients. I learned so much from Emily and Alyssa that I was devastated to leave after 4 weeks. I just want to continue learning more. So please, congratulations to Alyssa Florent and Emily Clough on their award. And our third recipient is Danielle Capice from St. Anne's Hospital Surgical Team. So we have a round of applause for Danielle. Danielle is joining us virtually tonight as her twin girls turn 2 today. She is incredibly knowledgeable and an amazing teacher. She's hardworking, and she is the person the team looks for when they are having a hard day. She has a very kind demeanor. We are very grateful to her. She was a new preceptor for us this year, and we're thrilled that she was able to teach so many of the students sitting here today. So thank you to Danielle. A round of applause for all of our preceptors and our award recipients tonight.
Thank you, Susan. Congratulations, preceptors. Thanks so much for all you do. I'd like to introduce Lisa McMahon. Lisa's the Vice President of Institutional Advancement, and she will present the Bay State Health Physician Assistant Leadership Award. And Lisa is a dear friend, supporter of our program since day one. Always good to see you.
This is one of my favorite events all year. I have to tell you, I don't have to tell you, you feel the energy, you feel the excitement, and you look over here and you know that we are in good shape for the future, having you in the healthcare field. So thank you. I get to present the Bay State Leadership Award to one of these beautiful students. I'll tell you a little bit about them. Some remarks from the faculty. They shared with me that this person is a natural leader and has demonstrated that since the first day of PA school. They exude compassion, friendliness, and reliability. In addition to their studies and their responsibilities, they've organized WSU's PA's first student team to participate in the Massachusetts Association of PA's Student Challenge Bowl, where the team won second place in the state, first place in Western Mass. So congratulations, you guys. Some remarks from the preceptor. It took just one day working with this student to realize that they were going to be an exemplary provider. They are caring, compassionate, knowledgeable, hardworking, reliable, and relate so well to colleagues and patients. Any place would be very lucky to have them on their team. Please join me in welcoming and awarding this award to Emily Savini.
Congratulations, Emily. Okay, I think at this time, as a surprise to me, Stephanie Gleason would like to come to the podium to say a few things. Stephanie?
Surprise, guys. So I did this last minute, or our class did this last minute. So on behalf of the class of 2022, we guys, all the professors, we got you little gifts. So we'll call each of you guys up, and you guys can grab it and come back down to the chair. First one is Dr. Dardenau. Next, welcome Chelsea. Next, if we can have Jess come up. Next, if Dr. Hickson could please come up. Dr. Duffelmeyer. Robert. Alyssa. And last but not least, Susan. These are just some small gifts that we said to just say thank you for all the work that you guys got and did for us. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. But actually, we just kind of pointed you and shuffled you along. It is you who did all the work. So we are so proud and so grateful. Thank you for all that. Help me with a quick thanks to our musicians, Sam and Will in the back. Sam's been here every ceremony, so it kind of calms me that he's back there and entertaining us. So, to the class of 2023, enjoy putting that new learning to work. Get out there. Can't wait. To the class of 2022, congratulations. Pass your boards. Go do great things. Please keep in touch with us. We can't wait to hear what your future holds. So stay in touch. I'd now like to introduce our provost, great supporter of our program from day one, Dr. Julian Mills.
Good evening. Everybody's always so quiet. Are we asleep already? You just have a few more minutes. My job is to give the closing remarks. But I can't close without thanking, of course, the wonderful faculty. I always have to thank Robert and Alyssa. If I don't sign the paperwork, they come for me. But I also want to say that I'll tell the story. Last year this time, I had a cold, a very bad cold, and Dr. Hickson said to me, "I don't like that cold. You should go get that checked out." And I said, "Oh, whatever, we're always busy." So that cold became a really terrible cough, and I had to go to a medical center. And the person that looked after me, the attending physician or the physician assistant, did such a wonderful job. And I said, "Where did you go to school?" And she said, "Westville State." And my smile just went like this, because I always knew that our program did wonderful things, but I experienced it myself. And I will say to any of you that I am 150% or more proud of the work that we do. Class of 2022, I know you're doing wonderful things out there. I absolutely know that. So, a round of applause, please, for the class of 2022. I also want to say that President Thompson, our president, could not be here tonight because she's at Northern Michigan State University getting an honorary degree. So I bring warm regards from her and also from our Board of Trustees, who are wonderful supporters of this program. It is no secret that the efforts of the PA program are well felt across our region. That is no secret at all. And I have to thank, again, the faculty. In academic affairs, we have many programs, and there's always something going on. But when Dr. Hickson calls, or anyone from PA calls, we stop. Well, we'll share the secret. I am personally going to say I love the PA program. When I started as Dean of the College of Education, Health, and Human Services, the PA program, I think it was the second year. And so we kind of grew up together. It's the way that I see it. And so now that we're really looking at our facilities, we're looking to improve them. It's a pleasure for me to do that work because of the work of the faculty, the care of the faculty, and just everything that you do every day. Because I know how much work it is, and for the almost 200 little standards, every line that has to be filled out correctly, and you have to get an A on that to pass, that you know our program does a good job. To the champions, the parents, the friends, and the family in the room, I know how many of you literally wiped tears over the phone. You heard it, correct? Yes, you did. And so I want to say to you, congratulations. So put your hands up. Everybody in the audience, put those hands up. I mean that. And pat yourself on the back. Because that's correct. If it's not for you, it takes a village, correct? And your parents, your friends have been there for you. And so I want to say to you, thank you. Your support is still needed. And encouragement is always the key as the next chapter continues. Last, but certainly not least, it's time for us to celebrate our class of 2022. So, one more round of applause, just a minute. We're going to do this way. Natalia, please rise. Jennifer. Keep standing. Maya, don't sit, just keep standing. Adam. Aurora. Madeline. Stephanie. Danielle. Alice. Alex. Melissa. Justin. Morgan. Madison. Gloria. James. Aaron. Matthew. Michael. Alana. Emily. Bridget. John. Tito. Jenna. Deanna. And Catherine. Please take your items. It is time for you to lead us out. And ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony is now at an end. And just the way we came in first, they lead us out. And so it's time for them to take their walk of success, represent us. But, before you go, I'm going to say it. Don't forget, please give us a donation. But I am going to say thank you for your service. It is a hard road. You are kind, wonderful, caring, but well prepared. Please, my thanks to you for your service. I think it's that way. Yeah.